And now we're gonna do something everybody like to do. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yo, this is Charlie Taller from Jurassic 5.
This is Mark Ray.
This is Craig Charles.
And you are now tuned into Joints and Jams
With Shaka Loves You.
with Shaka Loves You.
With Shaka Loves You on Soho Radio. Listen on the slide.
You gotta have tiny legs.
Nah,
Massive fingers.
longer fingers, I think. Yeah.
I can ruin any party, mate.
Just say no.
And good luck on y'all show, man, for real.
Right, so we are joined with Edinburgh disco diva Natasha Kitty Katt. How are we doing that? Fellow Scots person. Oh, I think we've lost her. Hey, we're back. You've beamed you back in again.
God, she's appeared. Right, what are we? I'm good. How are you guys?
Yeah, not bad.
Good, yeah.
So you're our second Scots person. I was about to say Scotsman, but obviously you're not Scotsman. But yeah, second Scottish person on the show. Also, randomly, we had the other person was also an East Coaster, Mike from the Cuban Brothers. I don't know if you know Mike.
Oh, I've heard of the Cuban Brothers. I don't know him personally.
Yeah, he's another Edinburgh lad. So yeah, how's life been for you?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I think everybody we've just tried to find new ways to still keep content going, ways to be creative, hence what we're doing right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Video interviews, some radio stuff, mixes and live streams. It just seems to be the way of the world just now. I mean, it's uncertain times, so in uncertain times I always say just give me disco all the time. Whether it's uncertain, just give me the disco. But yeah, it's been if someone had said at the start of the year the majority of your gigs are going to be held in in your bedroom with a green screen, I would have went, what? What's going to happen? But it's very unpredictable, and I mean every week we're getting new news and more things shutting down, and half the time I'm just like, what's even going on here? So yeah,
Totally.
uncertain times call for more disco.
Well, literally today we've gone into central Scotland. All the pubs are closed now, as of 6 o'clock tonight. Right now, in fact.
yeah.
We're having our own pub right here.
Yeah,
so
this is it for the next 2 weeks for Scottish people.
we're having our own virtual pub right now. So yeah, it's just changing weekly. That's the thing. You just don't know what's. I mean, I've got next week. I'm meant to be doing like a socially distanced gig in London.
Oh yeah.
Right.
So that'll be interesting. I've not done that yet, but it'll be an interesting experience to see, how it differs from, typically before what we would have had. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. I'm itching to get back behind the decks. I'm like, I want to play music to people. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. If it goes ahead, you just don't know. It could come to Wednesday, but you're not allowed to go anywhere. That's it. Just stay in your house.
Totally.
You just don't.
It's
Yeah, 'cause
literally week by week.
We had one lined up for a few weeks ago now in Glasgow, and then like 2 days before it got pulled because they couldn't work it out. And yeah, it's constantly changing, and yeah, hopefully it goes ahead for you, because I'm sure you'll be dying to play some records to real people.
The music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's the gig?
It's
In London, whereabouts?
Oh, it's in Hertfordshire. I can't even say that. It's in London somewhere. I just
Somewhere in England.
Yeah.
I fly there and I'm like, right, Google Maps, right, this is where I'm going. Okay, cool. It's somewhere in a land far away in London.
Yeah. Nice.
The specific
And-
there's no dogging with. It's meant to be a good wee spot, and I'm looking forward to it should it go ahead, which I'm hoping it will.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed, but I don't expect anything now. Things are going to happen the way they're going to happen, so just be prepared, really. But yeah,
for sure.
Music, that would be good.
Definitely. So you touched on live streaming a bit when you were chatting there. How's your relationship with that? Have you enjoyed that? Have you embraced it, or have you found it weird getting involved with that whole thing?
Initially, it was. So the first time I done it a couple of months back, I was a bit like, wow, this is, because normally, and you guys will know yourself, when you do a gig, you go off the vibe of a crowd. You have direct feedback. You know, you can
Yeah.
see how things are going. Whereas when you're looking at a camera, you know, you're in your room. I mean, I was never a bedroom DJ. I never really done that. I just sort of threw myself right out into it. So getting, you know, playing in the house and not having that direct feedback, it was bizarre. But you know what? I've grown to like it. I've got a green screen, and
Nice.
obviously big Trekkie and loving space and sci-fi and stuff. I went to, so I loved that. That was great. I was actually in Glasgow on Wednesday, doing a live stream for Stream the Scene for Alken.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
Too, and that had cool space visuals. So stuff like that was so much fun. But initially, you know, when I found out, you know, all your gigs are cancelled this year, you know, that's it. It's a shock to the system for all of us who are in this industry. You know, I mean, I really, really feel for everybody. You know, it's been an absolute shock, and we've not exactly had the support we would like.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm getting used to it, and I mean, I really enjoyed Wednesday. And as I say, with the green screen, the more I've done it, the more I've enjoyed it. Initially, I was a bit like, this is out of my comfort zone. But it's everything we've had to do this year, really. It's about adapting and going, right, okay, this is how I'm going to do this, and this is the way to go.
Yeah, you've kind of got to just jump on board with it, don't you?
That's it.
With the live streaming thing, because otherwise you're not going to be seen or heard or be doing any kind of gigs, you know.
Well, that's it. I mean, that's the stage for us just now, you know. Although Facebook's been a bit of a nightmare recently with the lives. It's taken them down or something. I think a lot of people are moving to Mixcloud. Am I right?
Yeah, so like Facebook, for pretty much from the start, has been pretty rubbish, to be honest. We usually get maybe like half an hour, 45 minutes out of a Facebook stream, and then it's gone. So we're all about Twitch at the moment. Twitch and Mixcloud. Mixcloud's good, but it's not quite as far on as Twitch is in terms of features and stuff. But
more seamless streaming.
Say again, sorry?
It's more seamless with Twitch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's no...
Yeah, Facebook can be... as well, I have a residency. Newcastle's shut down at the minute, but I had a residency in Tynemouth for the guys that run the Loft Live. So I was going there once a month and doing a live stream, and they've basically readjusted their space to be like a full video studio with like the setup that would be in the nightclub, but they've transformed it, and that I've absolutely loved doing that every single time. I thought I should mention that there as well. So that's given me, you know, that's been the closest thing to normality that I've had. But that, sadly, I was meant to be there this weekend, but that had to get pulled. But again, they do. So their stream was on, is it? Real House TV, Real House Music TV. It's Real House. It's like they do different streams. But we had a thing with Facebook, and Facebook, for some reason, it's just crashing a few times for a few people. So yeah, Twitch and Mixcloud seem to be the way forward. Keep that in mind when I do another one.
So let's take it back a little bit and talk about your kind of early kind of beginnings in music. We did some digging around, and your father was a big record collector. Is that right? Your dad?
Yeah, he still is. He's got a habit, and so do I. It's record collecting.
You can see that in the background.
Yeah, that's just, let me see. You see a wee bit.
Oh yeah.
My logo in there, because obviously.
Obviously.
The disco ball. There's two Starship Enterprises up there.
Oh yeah.
She's a
Which model is it? Which model is it?
Original. So it's original.
Original.
The original.
Best.
The best.
NCC what? 1701 what?
God, it's. I better go and check the top of it. I filled it before I got. But look, is it what 1701 or something? But yeah, I've got these guys.
Yes.
They guide me during lockdown.
Very nice.
Yeah,
I was
totally.
looking back through your Instagram, and you've clocked up some good Star Trek selfies.
Oh yeah.
Did you get a chance to meet Leonard Nimoy? Because I noticed that you've met a lot of the.
See, I've been greatly influenced by him. you know, we've got the same haircut. No, I love Spock's my absolute favourite. I would have loved to have met Leonard Nimoy.
He's a legend. I met those guys at a Star Trek convention in Vancouver. It must have been like in the late 90s, maybe like 98 or something like that. And they were like super friendly guys. But where did that love of sci-fi and kind of vintage horror and all this kind of stuff, where did that originate for you?
I was a weird child and I'm a weird lady. Yeah, I don't know. I was always, I mean, I loved Addams Family when I was younger. I still do. And I just love space. I just think I like weird things. To sum it up, I like weird things.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Vampire beside me as well. And no, I love vintage horror and sci-fi. I don't know. I've always, a lot of the more modern stuff I'm not. Oh God, that makes me sound like a hipster. A lot of the more modern stuff. I don't mean it to sound like that, even though I did a wee bit. I just always preferred vintage stuff. I don't know. As I say, weird child, weird lady. Never changed.
It's all right. It's a good combination. Star Trek and disco. The two lend themselves to each other really well. Actually,
exactly. Sound effects as well.
What's that?
Great for sound effects as well. You can lift it.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, a wee beam here and a wee pew pew, you know.
Yeah, totally.
So where are you at the moment? Are you in Edinburgh? I'm guessing.
I'm in Edinburgh just now, yeah.
And you grew up there, yeah?
Yep, I've been here all my life.
How do you find the scene in Edinburgh? Obviously not at the moment, but in general, are you?
Good. I think we're fortunate in Scotland as well. You know, there's a lot. Edinburgh's got, you know, good disco events. We've got a lot of talent through here as well, like Craig Smith. Well, Glasgow, I mean, look what you guys have too. You know, I love like the Melting Pot and all that.
Yeah.
It's just much variety, and a lot of people up in Scotland seem to love their disco. So it's
totally.
a lot of disco going on up here, and that's exactly what you want. So yeah, it's been good. It's just, you know, it'll be good when we get back to normality, whenever that is, you know. Nobody knows.
Yeah, no, I keep thinking about that first time I put the needle on the record in front of an actual live person. Even if it's like 3 people in the room, I don't think I'll care. But it's going to be a special moment, I think, for every DJ when they actually get to properly play out in a club again.
You guys were traveling all over. Did you not have the van, like the Mystery Machine? It's the Shaka van.
The Shaka van, yeah.
The
Shaka van, yeah.
Like Mystery Machine.
Well, we used to go through Edinburgh every month for Trendy Wendy at the street. We'd do a. Well, was it every month? Every couple of months? I think it was every couple of months.
Yeah, every like,
wasn't it?
whenever, randomly, kind of every couple of months. And we saw you were doing a stream for those guys.
Yes, I feel that was a great laugh. Oh, what a laugh.
I can imagine.
The tambourines and the shaky things away from me. Like, if I see it, I will grab it and I'll just roll with it, honestly. I was like, right, and I said to Trendy Wendy, I said, we tambourine, and next minute the tambourines, there's shakers, and what else was out. Our place is amazing as well. I was like, my God.
Yeah,
really
cool pad.
I love this.
Yeah, shout out to Wendy and the guys at the street.
Yeah, they're fab. Love the street. That's my go-to place when I'm in Edinburgh.
Yeah, it's a good vibe. Everyone's super nice.
Great vibe.
Absolutely. So we're under strict instructions from Tim and Glenn at BombStrikes to talk about Disco Funkin' Volume 3. Obviously, we were going to talk about it anyway, but Glenn phoned me up and he was like, "Make sure you talk about the compilation."
Get that one in there.
Yeah, totally. So for people that maybe don't know what it's all about, if you want to give it a wee rundown and just maybe like a little bit about what it was like compiling it for the guys at BombStrikes.
Yeah, do you know what? That's been one of the things this year that's been a real positive and something I've really, really enjoyed, you know, putting together compilation, again, picking tracks that mean something to you, stuff you enjoy, and getting to put together in a project and then share that with people. I mean, the feedback has been fantastic and the guys have been an absolute dream to work with, you know. I'm delighted with that. That's been I would say probably my biggest musical highlight this year was getting to do the BombStrikes compilation, and the fact that it managed to hit #1 in the albums on Juno. I'm delighted with that. Honestly, I've been kicking
Number one.
Number one.
God, yes. So, yeah, I've been delighted with that, and as I say, the guys have been a dream to work with. The content and everything that they put out, and the process things, we just all worked really well together, and I managed to get licenses for a lot of the key ones that I really wanted, and I think that the compilation is a true reflection of myself and the that I like, and I'm really pleased with it. And yeah, as I say, the feedback's been good. The guys are lovely. Life is good.
Yeah.
Despite all
Those guys are amazing to work with.
Yeah, they're fab. They're
Really
really on the ball. Yeah.
And they go way further, like above what a label needs to do.
That's it. Yeah.
Like
content and everything. It's just
totally
so on point. And as somebody, like my day job's in digital marketing, as somebody that deals with that sort of thing, I can see the level that they guys go to, and they're spot on.
Yeah.
You're spot on,
Big shout out to-
We're giving you a big mention.
Yeah, totally. So it's Disco Funkin' Volume 3, curated by Natasha Kitty Katt, out now. Go and check it out. It's great track list, and great compilation all round.
Thank you.
Go and buy it.
Go and buy it.
So speaking of music, you also released an EP of original material this summer.
I did. Cosmic Oscillations. So that can't even. Do you know what? All the months and days and hours are merging into.
Totally.
What month are we in now? October. We're in October. I had to think about it. I had to actually think about it. Cosmic Oscillations came out about a month or two ago. I think. I can't even. It was meant to come.
I think I did some Googling and it said August. It was
August. Yes, thank you. So it was August it came out. Thank you. But yeah, no, that was an interesting project. So that was a product of lockdown as well. I've enjoyed doing a lot of the re-edits and stuff, but I'm more venturing now towards original material. And this EP was an expression of my original material. There's a bit of variety in there. It's a bit wacky, but most things I do are. And it was a real fun project. There was a lot of effort went into it. Lots of sci-fi shit. I was in a spacesuit with a photo and everything, which I'm like, that's the one of the grandchildren. That was your grandma. It was it was a lot of fun, and I've been working on more original material. I've got a collaboration that I'm currently working on. We've got 2 tracks finished. We've got another 3 or 4 in the works, and we're going to try and bump that up to an album at some point. But we're doing all this remotely. So the 2 people, right. Tommy Tangi, trumpet player, he's in Miami, and Bella, she's a singer. The 3 of us have been working together, and we've got a new project underway, so stay tuned. But yeah, no, that's been good. But it's been great to shift from re-edits and then creating something that's purely your own, because with re-edit you're taking something, you're rejigging it.
Yeah, totally.
When I do a re-edit or a rework, I try and really change it up a bit. I don't want something that just, I want to give it something else, or try and, give it that spin, twist it up a bit.
And do you find that creative process easier or harder when you're approaching original material?
The thing is, when I create, I don't, and I've said this before, I don't literally go out and say, right, I'm going to make a house record, I'm going to make a disco record, I'm going to do this. It's what I'm feeling and thinking at the time. Does that sound crazy? It probably does. But, I'll go with what I'm feeling at the time and just see what kind of happens and just go along with it. I don't have a set thing. I'll just jam about, and I'm like, I'll have my MIDI. I'll be like, right. This sounds good. This doesn't. Let's go back to the drawing board. And some days it's easier than others. It's like anything. There's some days. I mean, I've not had a look at Ableton for the past couple of weeks. I need to get back on it, but I took a little break because I wasn't really feeling. You just don't feel up to it. But when I'm inspired, it's.
Oh, we've lost your video.
the room, guys. We're back in the room.
We're back.
That me that cut out that time.
I think so. Yeah, you froze again, but.
Oh God, what was the screenshot like? You'll have to edit that out.
yeah.
That's going to be the thumbnail on YouTube.
That's going to be the.
Yeah, totally.
Is everyone's internet fucking shite, or is it just mine? Or is it just like a fucking Scottish thing? We're the lowest of the low, Tommy.
It's that COVID that's got into the internet. I don't know what's going on.
Oh my goodness me!
Do you know what it is? It's because everyone's at home now because they can't go to the fucking pub.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. It's fucking 6:30. Everybody's. Did you see? There was I think there was football on the other night outside Nico's bar, and then everyone had to shut at 10. But it was a Scotland game, so there was a penalty shootout, and everyone's standing out in the fucking street watching it.
That was the masks that they were doing, Joe. That was brilliant.
We've got the 10-minute warning from Zoom, so we can from the old council Zoom.
Oh, don't use that word. We'll get kicked off again.
Yeah.
So we wanted to talk about Glitterbox. Obviously, Glitterbox DJ Natasha Kitty Katt. That must have been a pretty big part of a big highlight of your career. Getting involved with those guys.
No, absolutely. That's been fantastic. The opportunities, the people I've met, places I've got to play because of Glitterbox. It's sometimes I'm like, is this even real? What's going on?
Yeah.
Finches.
Totally.
But no, that's been fantastic. The guys are lovely. Simon's an absolute gent. Yeah, it's been fantastic. Really, really good. I've been to Ministry of Sound a couple of times. New York House of Yes, which is a highlight for me. Loved that.
Amazing.
We were in Cologne as well in Germany. There's been a few different spots I've done for Glitterbox, but and Ibiza. God, how can I forget that? Hi Ibiza.
Yeah.
All career highlight for me. It's just been fantastic, the opportunities I've had and the things that have come off the back of that as well.
Yeah.
I got to Brazil last year, end of last year. I absolutely loved Brazil.
That's incredible.
Desperate, heavy love. Shout out to my heavy love family in Brazil. That was, oh my God, surreal. Really, really special.
So how did the Glitterbox sort of situation come around? Because you were doing like Southport Weekender quite regularly, weren't you? And then Liverpool Disco Festival. And was it kind of through doing that you met those guys?
Well, this is what happened. So I was doing different gigs, and then I met the woman who's now my manager, who's Fleur, who'd done Soul Heaven. So she managed Louis Vega. She's managed a lot of the heavy hitters. And I was doing a gig, and I got asked to go and play in Dubai. The club's no longer there, but there was a club you guys might have heard of it, 360.
Right, okay.
Yeah, I think a couple of the guys on our agency they've played there a few times, 360, yeah.
So I got booked to play at that off the back of doing like the Southport Weekenders, and Fleur had seen that I was playing there, and me and her, we connected, and she was like, right, I'm going to manage you. And she knew the Glitterbox guys, and she says, look, what about this cat, Natasha Kitty Katt, what do you think? And they were like, yeah, we like what she's doing. And then they gave me a shot, and then they were like, no, we want to sign her up for the agency. So I must be doing something right somewhere.
Absolutely.
No, I'm like Marmite, either love me or you absolutely hate me. It's no middle ground with me, but I accept that. But yeah, it's been really, really good. It's, God, I mean, there was so much planned for this year, but when things get back, hopefully my career's not down the toilet. Fingers crossed.
Sure.
Fingers crossed, guys.
So any plans for any more tracks or releases with those guys, or?
Hopefully. I've not got anything lined up with Glitterbox at the moment. I had my remix that I'd done of Remember Me, with Risk Assessment, Gemini G, which was originally out on No Fuss Records. The guys, they're fantastic. They do all my mixing and mastering. The Saison guys, they're down at Earthworks in London. Those guys are fantastic. They asked me to do the remix.
Nice.
And then I got put by Glitterbox, and it got re-released by them. But I don't have any Glitterbox remixes at the minute. I'm just working on my own sort of stuff now. There's a new EP just landed this week on Reloved. So Seamus Hajij, I think that's how you say your second name. On Reloved, I've got an EP coming out this week. 2-track, Ninja Dance and Sissy.
Nice.
And Sassy P, wee bit of Scottish reference there. Coming out, so that'll be good.
That's this week, did you say?
Yeah, it's just landed. I think it's on pre-order on Tracksource at the minute. But the thing is, it's funny with releases. You do something a while ago and then you wait for the release, and then it's like, oh, the way it's worked out quite nicely because it's been the compilation, then another release, and then it's like, it keeps me going. It keeps me going. What you need with all this, because you just, it's been good.
It's something to keep you motivated as well, releasing music, you know?
Well, that's it. That's it.
Do you know what I mean? And the other thing with live streams still happening is it gives you an outlet for people to actually be able to hear what you're doing when you can't do any gigs, you know?
So we always...
Do I say hello to my...
Oh! Oh! I love animals. If you didn't know, honestly, I love animals. Oh!
This is Opie.
Don't be fooled, he's a little shitbag.
He's been surprisingly... He's been good boy. He's been surprisingly quiet.
Love him. Oh.
I'm on babysitting duties tonight.
Yeah. Atlantis is in another room somewhere, but my cat. You think I'm a diva? The cat's worse. But I'm not actually a diva. I just look like one.
So I'm guessing, obviously, that's where the name came from, Natasha Kitty Katt. It's your love of cats, right?
It's an obsession with cats. I really wanted a cat when I was 3, and my mum wouldn't let me have one. And now, it's in my DJ name. No, I have a cat now. So I'm recovered from the fact I wasn't allowed one when I was little.
You've made up for it.
I love cats, basically. And I've got a Persian Atlantis. He is a diva.
So we always like to finish up with this question with all our guests. Have you got any advice for young Natasha getting into this industry or into this scene?
Don't do it! Don't do it!
Yeah, totally.
No. Don't do it.
Any advice, it would just be, the advice I would have given myself. Is that what you're asking me?
Yeah. Yeah, if you could tell 18-year-old Natasha something, what would you say to her?
Change your haircut. No, I would have had the same haircut when I was 18, so that would work. I would say, just don't. I would say, take constructive criticism. Appreciate that not everybody's going to like you. There's going to be a lot of people that don't get what you're doing, but just stay true to yourself and keep going with it. Learn your craft inside and out, and just, take every opportunity as it comes. And just, as I say, stay true to yourself. That's the thing I always stick by.
Amazing. It's pretty sound advice for everyone out there.
That is good.
All right.
That is good advice. That is good advice.
And anything else you want to shout about before we wrap it up? Anything else you've got coming out, or any streams you want to tell people about?
To plug all the main things. God.
I think that Al Kent stream will probably be out by the time this comes out.
Yeah, that's out Saturday.
That's out. That's tomorrow. Is that on tomorrow?
See, days, time,
Yeah.
hours.
I know. It's all gone.
Everything's jumbled together. So yeah.
You said you had new music coming out?
On Reloved. That's coming out that's out on pre-order just now, and I've got new material I'm working on. I've got a few finished tracks. I've got a remix as well that's coming out for DJ Spen on Quantize.
Nice.
DJ Ray The Journey. I've done a remix of that, which that was a lot of fun. She's got the vocals on that. My God, I wish I could sing. I can't. Honestly, it would sound like a cat. Imagine a cat singing as it's being booted up the backside. That's what I would
booted up the arse.
I sing, so we're not.
Well, listen, we're about to get cut off from old Council Zoom, so it's been an absolute pleasure to chat to you, pal.
Thank you, guys. It's been lovely.
Aye, hopefully
And,
we can catch you somewhere down the line when there's no lockdown happening.
We can all be at
Yeah.
the same place together and not be charged for it. Yeah, absolutely.
Exactly.
Right, amazing. Thanks so much.
Cheers, guys. You take care.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too. Speak to you soon. Peace.
Ah, Got it. Thank you,
I can't even
guys.
do it.